Yeah.
they were pushed to go and do better. They found me, and ultimately, Howden felt like I was the best person for the role. That there was no pressure on my boss to hire me over the male candidate he was previously considering, because there was nothing in the quota that decided that. He just felt like I was the better candidate. So say to me when I say this story, though, does that not bother you because you were a diversity hire? Like, you weren't hired based on your merit. And I'm like, well no, because I was hired based on my merit. Like, they found me because of a quota. They hired me because they felt like I was the best person for the role, which I believe
Precisely.
I am. So, it was actually the first time I'd seen quotas in practice, both benefiting me and actually, I think, working quite well.
Yeah, that's such a fantastic story, because the subject of quotas is so controversial. And I'm thinking, why is that? We all know we need more diversity across organizations, because it benefits organizations in terms of better performance, better innovation, better results, etc. And we're not getting it. We haven't been getting it for years. And so, in order to measure our progress, like with anything else, we need quotas, right? So it's not about giving someone an easier way in. It's about just measuring whether what we're doing is bringing the results that we want, which is finding diverse talent. As simple as that, right? So without the quota, as you said, they wouldn't have thought about looking maybe for within organizations that wouldn't be your usual suspects. To just keep doing what you have been doing always. You're not thinking outside of the box. You're not forcing yourself to think if there are alternative solutions. If you don't have that so if you don't have that quota, for example, right? So it's just a way to measure progress and to force you to think about solutions that you're applying differently, as simple as that. And working for an executive search firm, I know myself as well, whenever our clients have asked us to make sure that our shortlists are diverse, and whenever they ended up hiring a female, for example, or another diversity candidate, we knew for fact through our assessments that it was just more difficult for us to find that person, but that person was hired because they were the best candidate. As simple as that. As you said, there was another choice.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think finding and hiring diverse candidates is hard. So naturally, we're all busy, right? It's split across multiple things, so we will stray away from the hard, right, and towards the easy, what we know. And but unfortunately, if we keep doing what we've always done, then nothing's going to change. So I think quotas kind of enforce that hard work, right? They mean you have to do the hard work, or the executive search firms you're working with have to do that hard work. It often is to your benefit. And I don't know whether there's anything in this, right? But I think there's something to be said for there's less of the diverse candidates in the overall pool in which you're looking, so they are harder to find. But I think because it has been harder, right? It's like, I certainly feel in lots of areas I've had to work harder to get to the same level as my male counterparts, right? Or my counterparts from more privileged backgrounds, or my non-LGBT counterparts, right? Like, there's been times where I have been more uncomfortable. I've had to put myself out there more. I've had to work harder, right? And I think that does come through once you get to interview.